Oh, we didn't have mainboard Maelstrom Pulse. It is in the sideboard. Alright, Cages, Crypt. Raven's Crime's okay. Ceremonious doesn't do anything. So leave some of these slower things out. We're going to also cut perhaps Lily. Don't really want to tap out for a Lily, or maybe even these Witnesses. I think it's very ambitious to think that we'd get to do that. Now I gotta cut 2 more cards. Probably Drown, and maybe one of the Dark Hearts, or no, one of the Loams gets cut. I think you can leave in the Dark Hearts, because this lets us take him off all his lands, whereas, like, Loam is kind of just a grind engine. It's not really for this kind of a matchup, but we could leave one in. I mean, I guess if we didn't want to leave that in, we'd leave in an answer to answer, like, an army of goblins, or this is flexible enough to also remove barrels or goblin electromancers, whereas these are a little too specific. I would maybe put in the Maelstrom Pulse. Also, that can hit like a Blood Moon. If we're worried about getting Blood Moon, do you run the Nature's Claims? I mean, if that's a concern, you think he's going to do the Blood Moon sideboard plan, you just put those in, and then you cut something else. Like, you can cut all the life from the Loams, and then the only purpose of this is just for pulling off the As Foretold Armageddon. And then maybe you cut one As Foretold, because it is kind of hard to tap out for that against them. Alright, let's go. Oh, by the way, Night of Souls. It is an on-bell with Worm Harvest, it is. We actually are probably not going to run Night of Souls Betrayal. In the final version, we already started brewing. Let me show you real quick. That's a great question, Sage. Why run Night of Souls if you're going to be doing things like Garrick, if you're going to be doing things like Worm Harvest? The next version looks more like this. It's a Dark Blast. I think that was one of the big changes, is we added a Dark Blast, and I think that was really the only change so far. I found that Geddon is still too hard to pull off with balance. It's not never, but it's true. It is hard to make it a pure Geddon. It's mulligan. I would agree with that. I think I keep this. It's Grafdigger Cage hand. Obviously, we want to scry to another land if possible, bottom, so it's not significant. Might as well just go ahead and crack this for Overgrown Tomb. Deploy the cage. Found it easier to grind them with Crucible, and then ooh, Azusa. That's spicy. Azusa. Oh jeez. There you go. No second land. Greedy hand for me to keep if I was just keeping it on the back of the cage. Watch us get really punished by Moon in a second here. Maybe I should have fetched up basic Swamp or basic Forest instead of the Overgrown. He's got a White Splash. That's interesting. Maybe for Path. Land? Oh. For the record, Night of Souls lets you beat Coco. Yeah. Night of Souls is good. Night of Souls Betrayal is a solid black card. If you're going to be playing like a mid-range, controlling kind of Jundi style of deck. We're basically Jund swap swap red with blue is basically what we're doing. Electroman. Come on, draw a card. Come on, land. Oh, jeez. Alright, go. They might be able to kill us without even using the graveyard here. Land. Please. Please. Ravens crimed their hand, balanced their board away, then wastelanded all their lands. Felt very legacy-ish. That's cool. Gifts. Figured that was the case. Final stream tomorrow before you make a new Twitch. Oh, you have a note? I remember you telling me that you were into streaming. So you found a grinding combo, 3 cards. Cryptolith plus Black Sun and Scarab Nest. It's interesting. So you swapped over to Curse of Death's Hold? Oh, okay, Sage Phoenix. That's an interesting idea. So instead of cutting this engine entirely and going to Dark Blast, which maybe isn't that great, you just swap this for Curse? Interesting. Alright, pieces. I mean, these are the things that I'm afraid of. You can have those things. Alright, what about Sidisi? Death Dealers. Power Conduit. What about Barrels? I like Barrels with Death Shadow. I'm into that. Vexing Devil, Death Shadow, Barrels. It's not really a thing anymore. People tried that way back when. I think we're just getting womboed here. If only I made my land drops, we could have slaughter packed this Electro. Man.
Guys, thank you so much for watching.
But it's
I'm so excited to
a thing. Empty. Gonna need an engineered explosives now as well. Gonna need help now. This is 14 Gabos plus the Electroman damage. I mean, maybe I kept the hand. I mean, maybe we should have molded to a 5. You know, I did keep the hand on the back of the cage, and the one lander with the scry, hoping to see a second. Kind of curious how he sideboarded because we're dead here. Let's just be curious what the white's for. Maybe just wear tear. Could just be wear tear. It's probably what the Foul Fountain is for. You don't even want to let me see? Okay. I want to see what the white is for. I'm assuming it's probably things like... Alright, we have time for another one, and then I probably gotta go. Short stream today, guys. Maybe we'll stream more tonight, although I do have some homework to turn in for my summer class. I like the Witness version. I like this Eternal Witness version. I don't even know if we need Lily of the Last Hope, to be honest. I also kind of want to add some things that are more indicative of like a Sultai, not indicative, I need to use a different word there. More typical to like a shardless, or excuse me, a Sultai like Delirium, like Architects of Will. I think would be a cool option for us, even just a 1 or 2 of, would certainly easily, oh I have one. This would certainly easily grow, because it's both artifact and excuse me, creature. So this would like quickly grow or get like grow your goyfs significantly, or would help the delirium on our Grimflayer. Sorry, I couldn't get my words out there. Jeez. And maybe I would run that over the Lily. I just don't know if she fits. You know. I'm not so sure. I mean, I like having Planeswalker in the 75. We could cut my pet card, the Drown, to run an Architect. Shardy Sultai? Yeah, it's shardless, exactly. It's shardless. Shardlessness. We could call it shardlessness. Shardlessness. It is devoid of shardless. Alright, good luck, have fun. I wouldn't keep this either. I mean, if my cards aren't... Oh, wow, we have the pet card twice. If they're not up to snuff, I mean, they do get cut from my lists. As much as I love this card, I will eventually cut it probably for something better. Maybe we'll use this. It's Shardtastic. Shardtastic. I keep here. Top that. Chardonnay. Yeah, that was your words, not mine. Oh man, maybe we get to drown something. That'd be sweet. What if he plays like a Noble Hierarch here? There's a bunch of Noble Hierarch decks right now. Oh, nothing for me to drown. It sounds awful when you say it that way. I want to drown something. It's like, whoa, BrewSpy. Whoa, man. What are they putting in your drinks, man? It's like when we play Tin Fins on stream, it's like, alright guys, we have to kill the children. Like, that's a line that comes up on our stream all the time. It's like, okay, if we kill children, if we just kill some children... Children of Corliss, relax. Relax. That comes up all the time, though, on the stream. Alright, breeding pool. I'm still hopeful that we get to take him off all his lands. So why don't we kill this? Ghost Quarter. Why don't we guarantee the kill on that by fetching first? I don't know, sometimes you whiff, you know? I can go grab the Arbor. Grab the Giant Arbor. Alright, drown this. Maybe we'll hit a Life from the Loam, that'd be cool. Or if we hit like an Ancestral here, that'd be cool, and then we can witness it back. There you go, we hit 2 Ancestrals, that was sweet. I mean, we didn't hit the Loam, but we hit Ancestrals, so that's really good for us. Like next turn I can witness back an Ancestral, and we have the Foretold. That's cool. That was sweet. That was a sweet Drown and Filth. So proud of my pet card, but it probably won't make the final version. But that was sweet, killing something and also milling over some cards. I think this would be more playable if it were instant. Like, if it wasn't a sorcery, I think this would be more viable